it's Kimberly, and today I have my boyfriend Liam here with me per his special request. He was very excited about my new makeup product that I have and wanted to be a part of the video. And no, he doesn't really care about makeup, but he cares about, well, he cares about me, but he also cares about
Star Wars.
Star Wars. Are you kidding me? We are doing the new Colourpop release of the Mandalorian Star Wars collaboration that they have, and it is the Child Pressed Powder Palette, which is amazing. It is the Baby
So cool.
Yoda, and we are
Looks
excited.
really good too.
Yeah. What do you think? Do you think they did a good job?
Yeah, I think the artwork looks awesome. I think the color choices are cool. I think it's cool how they got like the Tatooine sun. The one thing I'm surprised about though is that they didn't make more of them. Like I feel like Star Wars is so ripe for like so many different palettes to come out for color combinations, like dark side, light side. But I suppose because Baby Yoda is just like all the rage with everyone, with the Mandalorian.
And
being
the
out.
season 2 just came out.
And season 2 just came
Probably
out.
a promotion
that's
for
the big
season
one.
2.
But like, it would be really cool to see like a dark side Darth Maul with crazy reds and blacks and stuff. Oh, that'd be cool.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So he is a huge Star Wars fan,
Absolutely.
and I am a huge makeup fan, and so we thought this was so cute. And I will say, although I am not like deep into Star Wars, I've watched a couple of the movies with Liam, not all of them, but I watched a couple of them. And also, I am really into The Mandalorian though. We have Disney Plus and we watched the whole first season together, and we've been watching the second season. We watched the second episode this morning together, and I think it's been really fun for us to watch together. I think I'm just not a huge fan of Star Wars like everybody else is because I didn't watch them as a kid, and it's not that I don't like the movies, there's just so many movies out and I haven't seen them. And I feel like there's so, like, the Star Wars universe is like huge and there's so much information, and I feel like it's just hard when you haven't seen them all, and it's hard to like grasp if you're not somebody who like knew it as a kid. So I have enjoyed all the movies we've watched together, and I do really enjoy The Mandalorian, and because it's like its own separate storyline, I feel like I was easy to follow it, so I've really been enjoying it.
The good news is we could just skip all the main ones that Disney made. Yeah.
Okay, sure. I don't even know. Whatever. I don't know.
A lot of people argue over the original trilogy, the sequels, the prequels. I mean, everyone argues over which ones are good, which ones suck. I personally, Disney's done good.
I'm gonna get hate on this video. What are you about to say?
I think like the main ones that Disney did were not the best, but like Solo,
I like Solo,
Rogue One, and The Mandalorian have all been done perfect. If Ewan McGregor comes back and there's an Obi-Wan TV show too, even better.
Clearly I'm a big Disney fan, but I don't have much to say on like whether Disney did Star Wars dirty or whether they did them good, because honestly, like I said, I'm not like deep into Star Wars, but there you go. But I do like The Mandalorian, and I really like the way this palette looks. So before we start talking a little more Star Wars, which I know Liam could go for hours, let's talk a little bit about the palette. So this palette retails for, what did you say, $16?
No, I thought it was like $13, wasn't it?
We're gonna need a price check on the aisle 5. I'm pretty sure he said it was $16.
Yeah, you're right, it was $16.
See, look, I know what I'm doing. I'm a professional.
You are the pro.
This palette is a 9-pan palette, and it retails for $16. And this is the unicarton that it comes in, which is pretty much identical to the actual palette itself. And on the back, which I always thought was very interesting, they label out like little pans with all the names, and all the ingredients list is on the unicarton.
Which I think is really nice. Oh, well, you said it was on the unicarton, but it's also on the back of the actual
Well, the ingredients are on the unicarton.
Oh.
The shade names, though, are still on the back of the
Which I feel like is really nice, because you always tell me that you hate it when you get like a palette and it's got only the names on like the protective sheet.
Yeah, I like the names.
Which is so annoying.
But this is also interesting too, because the names aren't just on a protective sheet. The names are printed directly on the palette on the inside and on the back, which is pretty cool. So this Colourpop palette also has a mirror, which a lot of the 9pan palettes do not have mirrors. Well, I don't know. A lot of them in the cardboard style packaging, like the Dark Blooms collection that I just reviewed. If you haven't seen it and you want to go see it, go check it out. They don't have mirrors on the inside of their packaging. So I thought that was really cute, and it says cutest in the galaxy with the child, and it has a little protective film, so I will peel that off.
That was satisfying.
Very satisfying.
That's the best part.
And it also had a plastic sheet covering the shadows, but I just already threw that out. And it is so pretty. Look at that color story. I love it. It is green, but I feel like there are very pretty greens, and they're not like pukey gross greens. So I am pretty happy with the way that the colors look. And so far I have been a fan of the Colourpop shadow formula, so hopefully this one is just as nice as the rest of them, being that this is a collaboration. So let's go ahead and swatch a few of the colors and show them off. Okay, so here is a little lineup of swatches that we have real quick. I'm gonna go down the line and tell you what they are. This first one up top here is called Precious Cargo, and it is a really pretty, shimmery, really light color. Liam has some opinions about this color. What do you think, Liam?
I just think it's very light. Like, you can see it on the camera, but looking at her wrist, you would barely think that that was an intentional, like, swatch, I think.
It's very thin, you said.
Yeah.
When I first did it, he's like, it looks really thin. So almost like topper vibes versus like full opacity. But I do think it would look really pretty like on the inner corner, on the brow bone, just as like little highlights.
If you're in a dark setting, this ain't it.
This ain't it. Okay, you heard it first. This ain't it. But the texture of the shadow feels really nice. So it's, you know. The next one we have is a matte shade, and that is Just Like a Tatooine.
Which is cool. I like that.
Which is cool.
I think it looks really nice.
Yeah.
I like how warm it is.
Yeah, it's a really pretty, like sand kind of color. What?
I don't like sand.
What does that mean?
It's from the movie.
Oh, okay, great.
Anakin Skywalker doesn't like sand. It's coarse. It gets everywhere.
Isn't that where he lived? Like with a lot of sand?
Pretty much.
Is Tatooine
where he
place?
lived, yeah.
I knew it. Great. Awesome.
Kind of why he didn't like sand.
I think that's a really nice universal color though, and I think it's gonna work well for people, and it feels really nice. And then we have The Force, which is my
really
personal favorite shade so far, and I think Liam probably agrees with that.
So here's where I have like a lot of thoughts about this, because I think it looks really cool, and I think it would blend really well with the Just Like a Tatooine. But Tatooine has two suns, so I think that this is a missed opportunity to like correlate the Just Like a Tatooine and the Force as being the two suns of Tatooine.
Sure. I have no idea. I'm here for the makeup.
Absolutely nobody will care about that, but I do.
I don't know. I mean, I guess, you know what?
I think it tells a better story that way.
Through this video.
The sun is so iconic.
Baby. Okay, sorry if the camera moved at all. We had to, change the SD card because I wasn't smart and it was full.
But luckily I got more.
Yes, he's always got my back. But like I was saying, I'm sure we are going to find out how many of you guys are Star Wars fans or not, because this is definitely a Star Wars heavy video here. But yeah, so I love this Force shade. It is so pretty and very foil metallic, and just, I really like it.
It's gorgeous. I think it looks really good.
Represents one of the suns.
I think it
both
should
of them
represent,
should have been represented.
Look, all I'm saying is that in Star Wars, especially on Tatooine, the suns are like very iconic to the cinematography.
But do you think they're iconic in The Mandalorian?
Yeah, because in the cinematography for The Mandalorian, they show the two suns as like the backdrop to a certain character that's kind of hinted about in the show that I won't go into. But so it makes a reference in The Mandalorian, it makes a reference in Luke in his story growing up on Tatooine, it makes a reference in Anakin and going back to his home and trying to save his mother. So it's a reoccurring theme within the Star Wars universe. So I think that's a missed opportunity, because I think that those two shades go so well together that it would have been like perfect for the suns. They're just so synchronous with each other.
I agree. Next we have this green shade, which is called Little Frog, which when I swatched it, both me and Liam were surprisingly like pleased with that shade. It is a very cool looking green. Like, it's very fun. And in the palette, it's like a matte green with shimmer running through it, like glitters running through it, and it is just really, really pretty. We both really like that, and it went on very smooth and very pigmented.
This is gonna sound weird, and this may not be the case because I don't remember very clearly, but do you remember as a kid, there was a book called like Mr. Toad and Mr. Frog?
I didn't really read as a kid. No.
Well, I thought that the colors kind of reminded me of that.
Well, it's supposed to be a frog, so
yeah,
yeah.
I'm just saying that I thought like it did a good job in that sense because I think it kind of looks.
Oh,
like that.
I remember that picture.
Yeah. So doesn't like I think that.
Yeah, it's very like swampy green.
Yeah.
Definitely. And then last week, what? What do you want to say?
No, I was just gonna say. So when I think of little frog, like I think that's good because I connected that to another frog color.
But it is also, in my opinion, a very Yoda color.
Yeah.
Like that is
definitely.
the color of Yoda, I think.
Yeah. Well, old
it's like
Yoda.
a muted.
Like if you look at the Yoda that's on the packaging.
He's a little more pastel-y looking.
Yeah, he's definitely a lot
No, but
better.
like classic Yoda.
Yeah, classic
I feel
Yoda
like
is definitely that.
He's that dusty green shade.
Mm-hmm.
And then this color is the darkest color in the palette, and it's also matte, and it is called Droid Protocol, and I love that color. I feel like it's important for this palette since it is so light in like complexion. I think it's really important that they threw in a really, really deep shade in order to be able to like complete and round off a look and pull it a little bit more smoky. Besides the movie and then the whole Star Wars thing, just as a palette in general, as a makeup palette, I feel like without this shade, it would be very limiting and you wouldn't be able to make a ton of different looks. Like, doesn't everything just kind of look the same?
Yeah, no,
without
I agree.
that shade, and then you put it in and it kind of makes it more versatile, I think. So, especially because Droid Protocol and Just Like a Tatooine are really the only two warm tone shades and everything else is like a green.
Yeah.
And so
they're really the
those...
only tans. Or not,
Yeah,
I mean,
tan,
one's a
brown, but same thing.
Which is kind of surprising, because with Tatooine being like all sand and stuff, the desert, you would kind of think there'd probably be a little bit more tan.
I think it's supposed to be more of a focus on the child and not the show. You know what I mean? So I feel like without this, all your looks would be green, and with this, you can kind of use this side to create more of a neutral eye, so it gives you a little more versatility. So I really like the way that that's swatched.
I don't think I would have called it Droid Protocol though, and I would have related it to something else in the show. Do you remember the Banthos?
The things they ride?
Yeah, that the Tusken Raiders would ride. I think that that color is more suited to like the fur coats on the Banthos.
Okay.
But I guess it's Droid Protocol more because it looks like a rusty color, you know?
Yeah, there you go. And it's dark, and most of the droids are dark. They're not like shiny new. They're like, you know.
But if they're looking for help with the names for the next palette, I can help you out.
Liam's
I got
here.
ideas.
Liam's here.
I know the Star Wars.
Okay, so we're gonna go in and put this on my eyes because I know that's what you guys have been waiting for, and this video is going to be long. So, Liam could talk for days, and that's good. I think it's fun, and I'm enjoying having him here. So, he wanted to pick out the colors that I'm using, so we kind of talked about it a little bit, right? I think he wants me to go in with, what did you say?
So, I was thinking that we would
Sipping
go...
soup, I think you said, right?
Sipping Soup, Baby Face, Float Your Crib, and Droid Protocol. I think the Droid Protocol will look really cool, and I feel like that's probably the one that people are gonna like the least or use the least. So I think it'd be cool to incorporate that.
Yeah, so it'll be mainly a green look with a little bit of depth with the Droid Protocol, and I feel like that'll be pretty cool. So, first we're gonna go in with a big
I think
fluffy
they'll be
brush.
out of this world.
Oh
Out of
my
this
god,
galaxy.
it's gonna be in a galaxy that's far, far away. Okay. Anyway, we are gonna go in with this Morphe X Jaclyn Hill JH15 brush, and I'm going to dip into the shade Baby Face because that is like the lightest color, and I'm just gonna use this as a transition all over my lid, and yeah.
Hear me out here. Missed opportunity. Launch a set of brushes alongside it in the shape and colors of lightsabers.
Yes, I was just gonna say, were you gonna say lightsabers? 'Cause
Right?
that's cool.
Right?
And even though I'm not like a huge Star Wars person,
Oh, that'd be cool for anyone.
yeah, I think that's cool. I think Star Wars is cool. I'm not like against Star Wars. I just, like I said, I didn't really grow up watching it, so I don't really like have the deep love and desire for it, but having you as my boyfriend who is a big Star Wars person, I can definitely appreciate that kind of stuff. And I do totally understand that there is a huge amount of Star Wars lovers out there, and that there definitely is a market for it. So I am going to continue to do my eyes. So we have a little Star Wars like trivia book, and I think he's gonna like ask me some questions, and we're just gonna talk about Star Wars as I do this look. And so far, this babyface shade is laying down so pretty and very pigmented for such a pastel matte color. So I really am enjoying this. But before he asks me a trivia question, I'm gonna ask him a question.
Oh no, I didn't study.
Who is your favorite Star Wars character? And before you say, I'm just gonna let everybody know, I'm gonna go in with a little bit smaller of a brush. This is the JH35, and I'm going to dip into Float Your Crib down here and just start deepening up the crease. Go ahead.
So my favorite character, honestly, it's a little bit of a weird one because he's not really that special in a way, but I guess it's suitable to this video, especially because we're talking about The Mandalorian. I really enjoyed Jango Fett, which...
not who I thought you were going to say, but okay.
Well, if you want the standard internet's reaction, it's Obi-Wan Kenobi, because everyone loves Obi-Wan Kenobi.
That is definitely not what I thought you were gonna say.
Really? Who
Yeah.
did you think I was gonna say?
Okay, I don't know his name.
Oh, you thought I was gonna say Thrawn.
Yes.
Yeah, but nobody knows, like, people that know Star Wars know who Thrawn is.
There's a lot of there's a lot of kickback in this palette, just so you guys know, but I don't really have any fallout on my face, just in the palette.
It's dusty like the planet of Tatooine.
There you go, it is dusty like the planet of Tatooine. Okay, keep going.
Trying to make it realistic.
Thrawn.
Yeah, Thrawn is so cool. I mean, brilliant tactician. Just such a cool story, and he's got multiple books. There was a series of books about him. It was absolutely fantastic. If there was a movie or a mini-series made about Thrawn, best thing ever, especially since it would probably mostly take part in space, and I think one of the coolest parts of Star Wars is the space battles, which is what Rogue One did really awesome in my opinion. But I don't know, Jango Fett is really cool to me because I really love the Clone Wars, which in The Mandalorian, that's long gone. That was way long ago. In the same galaxy.
Far, far away, as you can see, that's the only line I know.
But Jango Fett was really cool in the Clone Wars because he was the original template for the clone army.
Okay.
So literally, the main force for good was fighting with an army of Jango Fetts, which is, who wouldn't want the original template of that?
That's pretty cool. I'm gonna interrupt you again. So I'm gonna go now in, well, first of all, that blended out really well. Really like it. What do you think?
Oh, I like it. It looks good.
So far we got the first two shades on. I'm gonna go in with my finger like I always do for my shimmer shades, and I'm gonna go in with Sipping Soup, and I'm just gonna put that all over the lid. Okay, so that's your answer then?
Yeah, probably Jango Fett. I mean, being the original clone template, really cool. Couldn't have picked a better person to be killed by too. I mean, Mace Windu, there was no surviving that. But
are you gonna ask me who my favorite is so we can upset the internet?
You know, I was actually thinking about this earlier, whether or not I was gonna ask you about that, because I don't know how people will feel about it, but maybe we'll get an interesting reaction about it. Who is your favorite character?
So, again, I have not seen all the movies, so I've only seen a couple of them, but my favorite character is a character that I think everybody pretty much hates, so don't hate me for this.
I wouldn't necessarily say everyone hates him, but he's definitely like kind of a joke.
I love Jar Jar Binks. Oh my gosh, I love him. I love his accent. I love how he looks. I just love the whole thing. It's my favorite. I just love Jar Jar Binks, and it's so funny because like I said, did not know Star Wars growing up at all, but for whatever reason, I don't know where I got it, I don't know who gave it to me, I don't know why I had it, but I had a Jar Jar Binks piggy bank, and it was like shoulders up piggy bank of him, and I didn't know it was a Star Wars thing. I literally have no idea why I had it. And then me and Liam watched this movie for the first time. Is that like the very first movie?
Yeah, the first, or no, it wasn't the very first one.
In the chronological.
Well, yeah, in the chronological one, the Phantom Menace would have been
where
the first
Jar Jar
one.
Binks is.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we were watching that because Liam, I have a hard time like grasping things, and so Liam thought that for me personally, the best order for me to watch it would be chronological so that I could understand the story. I know that that's also like a controversy. What order do you watch them in?
Yeah.
The order that they were released or the order of like the universe. But personally, I think I'd get super confused if I was like traveling back in time and forward and back. So we just went in order of the story. So anyway, when I saw that movie with Liam, I looked at it and I was like, I had a piggy bank. I didn't know it was Star Wars. I think he's so fun looking. I must have just picked it out as a little kid. It must have been on a shelf and I was like, that thing looks cool. I don't know. I don't know. I love Jar Jar Binks. Anyway, I'm gonna go back in with this little dark, because I forgot to put Droid Protocol in. So I'm gonna go back in with this smaller brush and we're gonna dip into Droid Protocol just a little bit and just kind of flick this in the outer corner to really deepen things up.
Ooh, that looks good.
Ooh.
I like the sipping soup too.
Yeah, it's actually very pretty.
Quite honestly, I didn't realize that the Droid Protocol was gonna make it that smoky. Like.
But okay, I put Droid Protocol on this side, but not on this side.
Oh yeah.
And Float Your Crib is pretty dark.
Yeah.
I didn't realize how dark it was gonna look, which is actually kind of nice. But I don't want to muddy and brown out the look too much. I want it to stay green.
Yeah.
So I'm just gonna tap a little bit of this in the corners and blend it out. But I will say I am not usually a green eyeshadow wearer. Like that is definitely.
Which is funny because that's your favorite color.
It is my favorite color, but I think, I don't know, I feel like green is one of the more out of the box colors. So it's just something like, not a lot of palettes have green eyeshadows in them. You know what I mean? Because I feel like that's not a color a lot of people wear. So I feel like for that reason, I just don't grab towards it too much. Also, I have green eyes. So I feel like red colors, like opposite of the color wheel, make your eyes pop more, and doing green on green doesn't necessarily make your eyes pop as much. So I don't know, it's just a color I don't super grab towards very much, but I really love the Sipping Soup color. I feel like it looks really nice.
Although it seems like green is the new trend with the
new Jeffree Star palette that's coming out, Blood Money. So
right, because that's all green.
That's all green. This is a green palette. Yeah, it does seem like green is kind of the wave at the moment. Would you mind if I made a small change to your plan? Could I add a color?
Oh,
can I add little frog?
Really?
To my lower lash line.
To your lower lash line?
Or did you want me to do something else?
No, go right ahead.
Because I feel like when we swatched it, we really liked that color, and I feel like it's the punchier of the greens, so I feel like it might like pop.
Okay. Start off on one eye though, because I want to ask you about another one.
Okay.
Like, do you think that the Precious Cargo would be another good one for the under?
I think Precious Cargo would look good like here on the inside. Do you want to do that?
Well, I mean, you go with your little frog first.
Well, I would do both. I would do Precious Cargo and in the center and the little frog on the underneath. I'll do the one eye and then you tell me.
We're gonna use everything.
We're using it all. So now I'm going in with little frog, that green that we swatched, on a little pencil brush and just putting it on the lower lash line.
I'm not gonna lie, I think it's so crazy that you put those brushes like so close to your eye. I mean, obviously that's the point, but it just like, I don't know, it just seems like you're gonna poke your eye out.
I know, I feel like when I watch like the boyfriend does my makeup and all that, that's like the funniest. That's like the funniest part. It's because like they'll put the eyeshadow like so far away from the eyes because I feel like they're worried about poking them. But that's like, if it's not like touching your eye, it looks weird, you know?
It's not like poking it with one thing. That's poking it with like 1,000 little bristles.
So I'm gonna go in with a little detail brush and I'm gonna take a little Precious Cargo on the inner corner of this eye so he can get the full effect and see what he wants me to do with the other eye. And I'm also gonna use it as a brow highlight.
I will say though, I am very impressed with how this palette looks and it's come together. I think the packaging's awesome. Just really surprised they didn't do more. But probably a test the waters type of thing.
What do we think?
Oh, I like that a lot. I think the little frog
Yeah, little frog.
looks really good as the under eye.
Yeah? Do you think that's what I should do on the other eye?
I think so.
Okay. Did you have anything you wanted to talk about?
You know, I got a easier question for you.
Okay.
Can't go too hard on you, but
Is this from a movie I've actually seen?
that's a good question.
They say.
Yes, yeah.
Okay.
So this is Attack of the Clones. We've seen Attack of the Clones together.
We did?
Yeah, that's where Jango Fett dies.
He died?
He did. Beheaded even.
I'm very bad too. We will go to the movie theaters and watch a movie and like a year later, not even, he'll ask me something about the movie. I'll be like, what? We saw what? What happened? Like, I have no idea. I don't have enough space in my brain to remember all that. Anyway, ask me the question.
Weren't we, didn't we see like Guardians of the Galaxy 2 and you mistook the gold people in there for C-3PO or something? Or was it the other way around?
No. We saw, okay, I don't remember what movie it
It
was.
was Guardians of the Galaxy 2, I think.
Okay, is that with the gold women and all the
Yeah.
like, okay, yes. I didn't mistake that for C-3PO. I know who C-3PO is, but I just thought that scene was in Star Wars. Like, I thought that was a scene from Star Wars. I didn't think that was C-3PO though, because I know who that is, because he is in a ride in Disney World, and I'm a big Disney fan, so I know.
With Rex, right? Captain Rex? Is that the one you're thinking of?
Yeah, Star Tours.
Yeah, Star Tours.
So, I knew that. I know who C-3PO is, but
I will say,
I just thought that scene was from Star Wars, because we had seen a Star Wars movie, like, a while ago in the theaters with his friends, and so I don't know why, I just thought that was from a Star Wars movie.
I will say, Disney purchasing both Marvel and Star Wars, while I didn't really care for the main series of Star Wars movies that Disney was producing, makes Disney much more enjoyable for me.
Well,
I mean,
yeah.
Disney's always been her thing, and I like it too, and I support her with everything, and we'll have a good time with Disney, but like, Star Wars being in Disneyland, or Disney World,
Yeah, well,
that sweetens the pot a lot.
Last summer we went to Disneyland, California, and we got to go to Galaxy's Edge, and
so cool.
he loved it.
So cool.
So
I
I'm
wish I
excited
could
about
go
that,
back
too.
to see like the advancements and stuff.
I
Like,
think-
do you remember when they were talking about the drone that they were making? That was like shaped like an X-Wing that they were gonna fly over the place?
Oh, yeah, the little
Crazy.
droids. Not droids, the little, drones.
And then the people with
Yeah.
the costumes and everything, like they were gonna do aliens. Like, I'm sure a lot of that got put on hold with COVID.
Yeah, because they can't have as many live actors and all that kind of stuff.
So cool.
And you know what, I will say, like, I'm a kind of person who's gone to Disney World, Florida, every year growing up as a kid. Like, my whole family's really into Disney, and we do everything when I go. I mean everything. So I've done Disney. I've done Disney a lot, and so I'm kind of like okay with doing like more relaxed trips. And so I feel like as we like start doing our own things together, because right now we've been going with my family, but as you know, like, we go just the two of us. I would love to go to Disney World with just Liam. We've never done that. I would love to go, and I think it would be so much fun because I already enjoy it no matter what I'm doing in Disney World. Disney World is fun for me no matter what we're doing because I just have that in my heart. But I feel like it would be fun for us to go to Galaxy's Edge in Disney World, Florida, because we haven't done that.
Yeah.
And I would love to take Liam to go and do the lightsaber making.
Oh, build your own lightsaber?
Yeah, the really nice
We
ones,
still
like the
gotta
heavy ones.
see
I feel like that would be such a cool experience for you. So.
The newest ride though, because we haven't even seen
Yes,
that.
yes.
They had, what was it, like Attack the Resistance or something like that, or something like that. But it was like huge scale, had an AT-AT in it, and...
Yeah, the one we went on, or the one we haven't.
Rise of the Resistance, that's what it was.
Yeah, Rise of the Resistance, and I don't remember what the other one's name is.
Well, there's the Millennium Falcon, but we went on that one.
Oh yeah, it's called the Millennium Falcon. That's all it was called. And that was fun, but yeah, Rise of the Resistance
cool.
is supposed to be like really exciting and intense, and so I can't wait to go on that either. But this is the finished look. What do we think?
I like it a lot.
Yes?
Yeah.
What do you think?
No, I like it a lot. It's very interesting with the greens, but it turned out really well.
Yeah, I like the palette, especially because I feel like this is a color story I really don't own. Like, none of my palettes are like this, and it's not like punchy green, it's very muted, dusty green, and I feel like that's very different. So it's nice because Colourpop isn't a very affordable brand, but their formula is fantastic, and it is definitely not. I said in my last Colourpop video that all their palettes are starting to kind of look the same and get not as exciting, but I feel like this is exciting because even if you are not a Star Wars fan, this is a very different color story than anything else that they have, so it is a good addition to the collection. It doesn't just feel like buying it just to buy it. I do feel like there are colors in here that I don't have in my other palettes, so I like that. The formula is just like all the other Colourpop palettes that I've tried. It is really nice. I do really enjoy it. I feel like it blended out fantastic. But in order to get the full vibe, I am going to put on some mascara and my lips, and I'll be right back. Okay, so I just put on a little bit of mascara. This is the Bad Gal Bang mascara from Benefit, which I have been absolutely loving. And Liam picked out my lipstick. What do you think? It is the...
Well, I think you're looking gorgeous.
I love you.
I love you.
It is the Buxom Full Force Plumping Lipstick in the shade Heartthrob.
Not my favorite choice.
He doesn't like the ones that tingle. He didn't know that that's what these are.
Yeah.
But yeah, I like it. It's weird because he loves spicy food, which I think gives that tingly feeling, and I can't stand it. But he hates these lipsticks that give you that tingly feeling, but it doesn't bother me.
My advice,
it's kind of weird.
If you want your makeup, if you want your lipstick to stay on the whole night and look good, use this.
Because he won't kiss me when I have it on.
So you won't have to reapply it.
But he had a question he wanted to ask me.
Yeah, well, we had a question that we never said.
What was it?
So here's my question for you.
My trivia.
In Attack of the Clones, which droid exclaimed, "I am quite beside myself"? R2-D2, WA7, COO2180, or C3PO?
Okay, so the second one and the third one. I don't even know what that is. So I'm gonna say it's neither of those. I know R2-D2 and I know C3PO, but R2-D2 just goes beep boop 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 beep boop boop boop. So he definitely didn't say that. And C3PO, if he was a person, he'd have a monocle. So I'm gonna guess C3PO said it because he's very like prim and proper, and he's gold, which is the rich people.
You would be correct.
So happy. That was really just like deductive reasoning. I didn't actually know the answer.
You got it right.
But you know,
It was so good.
Pretty proud of myself. But yeah, overall, what are your thoughts of the palette? Let's close her out.
My biggest thought right now is it's a dirty palette.
And I did kind of clean it off a little bit, and Liam thinks it's still very dirty. If only he saw it earlier.
Yeah, I don't know if people can really see, but there's like smudged on the mirror and everything. So I mean, this is gonna be a dirty palette. Especially the Droid Protocol looks like it gets everywhere.
Yeah, I did say there was a lot of kickback, and it is...
I hope it doesn't stain. That's the only thing I wish.
Yeah, there's a lot of kickback, and so it kind of gets all over, but
overall, really cool palette. Love the artwork. So cool to see Star Wars in makeup. Like, if there was... I already support Kimberly and her makeup, and I think it's great and wonderful, and I see how much fun she has with it. But seeing Star Wars in here, I'm like, ooh, I want to jump in and be a part of this. Like, I think it's cool.
And what did
you know, crossing worlds, universes here.
Oh, there you go.
When worlds collide.
Oh.
Kind of a thing. It's just so cool.
What did you say about, that you wanted to say?
Oh, yeah, like, if you got a significant other or like someone that you know that likes Star Wars, like this is a great conversation piece. Like it's great to get them into what you're doing. Like I said, it brings me into Kimberly's world, and I think it's cool. I think it's fun. I think it's cool to talk about all the different colors and see how they look. Yeah, and it's fun because it's something he's into, and so he got to be in this video, and it's just like a little bonding time. You know, we get to hang out together, and we love hanging out together and doing things together. So yeah, it was a lot of fun, and I think that the quality of the eyeshadow palette is great. What do you think about the look? I think it looks great. Your approval? Yeah. Yeah. I would love to see that on you another day. Oh, thank you. I really like it, and I give it 2 thumbs up. I really like the palette. I'm not sure I want more. Sold out or not. I hope that it's
not. But Colourpop is kind of iffy about that stuff. When things get sold out, sometimes they don't restock. So we'll see. Considering The Mandalorian is a really big thing and it is a collaboration, I would hope that they will have lots of units of it and will be able to restock it, because the season's not over. They're releasing them one episode at a time every Friday, so I would assume they'd want the hype to keep going. But yeah, $16 for 9 pans. I feel like it would make a great Christmas gift for a Star Wars makeup lover out there. And yeah, I give it 2 big thumbs up, and I hope...
Yeah, Colourpop, I want more of these. You put out more of these, like, I will get them for Christmas gifts for her, whatever it may be, just because I want more Star Wars in the house.
Liam wants
And I think you send a guy out to buy makeup for his girlfriend, he might forget the names, not know what tones go correctly, you know, not know what color foundation that would match up with you. But he sees Star Wars on the wall, I'm buying it.
Yeah, so I think overall, I give it a thumbs up, and Liam, thumbs up.
2 thumbs up.
There we go. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's video, and if you did, please give it a big thumbs up and subscribe. And if you like Star Wars, let us know.
Huge thumbs up.
Let us know who your favorite character is, and let us know how much you don't like Jar Jar Binks. So anyway, with that, I will see you guys next time. Bye.
Ow! Oh, you kangaroos! No! I forget!